So it is the year 2026. We're deep into modern society, obviously. And one big thing that I've noticed is there's just so many unhealthy and fat people. And it's getting quite concerning. And I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this. I'm probably going to get like lots of hate. You guys are going to be like, what the hell? Like, you're a very judgmental person. And I can see why you're going to come at me for that. But I'm making this video for the sole purpose of trying to help and get awareness out. And I know there's thousands of people who already do that, but I want my piece of cake on doing this. And I think it's very important that more of us talk about this and try to get it out there because it's just sad seeing how many unhealthy people there are, and especially if you're a father or mother, like in my opinion, you need to be physically and mentally good and in shape to look out after your kids, to have time for them, to have the energy to play with them, the energy to look after them. You hear what I'm saying? So I don't say it just as like just to bash them and be like, oh, you're a fat ass. No, I'm saying it for the sole purpose so we can make a change and become aware. And I'm aware that a lot of us here in the Western world, at least, we're not very taught well growing up about nutrition. You know, we're kind of left out when it comes to knowing about it, unless you're one of the lucky ones and your parents fed you that stuff. And of course, everyone knows the concept of nutrition. We know what's good and what's bad, but some of us were just raised and we're just unaware of what we're eating. We just kind of just eat what mom gives us or whatever your brain was craving as a kid, but you didn't know what was right or wrong, and it's okay. And some of us grew up eating those foods for more than 10 years. Now, imagine that. It's going to be really hard to reverse that. And if you really think about it, if you're in that situation, you're like, it's hard for you to like keep on track with eating clean because you always fall into it at night. You start to binge eat or something, and that's okay. That happens because you've had those habits for a long time. It's like leaving a drug. These foods are addicting for a reason. They have red 40, they have all these foods that mess with your DNA. They can mess with your hormones. These foods were not meant for human consumption, and we're still consuming them. And it's because they're convenient and cheap. But trying to cheap out and convenience is honestly just making it worse because later on, years later, when you start dealing with the consequences of these things, you're gonna pay $1,000 more for trying to cheap out now. So it's good to invest in your health now and just start investing it now. You know how people invest in properties and things like that? You can invest in your own health. And especially if you're young, that's the best thing you can do. If you're a teenager to maybe 20s, 30s is the best time. And I'm not saying there's an age limit, but it definitely is the best time period to feed your body the most nutritious foods because that's when we're growing and developing. Your brain is developing, your body's you always just want to be on top of your nutrition, in my opinion. And it doesn't have to be boring, you know. There's this one misconception that healthy food tastes really bad, that it's bland and it doesn't taste good. I promise you, it's amazing. If you eat my diet, at least, if you give it a try, my diet, I don't really specifically have a name for it, but it's just varies all types of diets. Basically, if you collect every single diet and mush it together, it varies. I eat a lot of vegetables, fruits, a lot of meats, organs. I try to eat a lot of ruminant animals. I eat raw dairy, a lot of eggs. So just good food's good for cholesterol. Good cholesterol that's going to boost my testosterone. Because if I eat foods that are low in fat, I'm not gonna get any fats or cholesterol in my body, and I'm gonna be deprived as a natural, especially. So I try to implement these foods that are gonna prioritize my hormones, my mood, my performance in the gym, and I take all that stuff pretty serious. And it's made a big difference in my lifestyle because I started with very bad habits and I didn't really pay attention to my health in the beginning, and I had a wake up call because I mean, I just looked at myself, I was fat, and then I starved myself, and then I ended up just looking skinny fat. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, I don't know what to do. And I was very lost with diets and things like that. And then I found out about Santa Cruz Medicinos, Paul Saladino, And at first I would see their videos and I'm like, gosh, these guys are annoying as hell. I'm like, let me just put it that I would see them and be like, these guys are annoying. Like I just swipe on their videos. But then I started hearing them out and I was like, well, like these guys really are onto something. Like these foods that I'm eating really don't have any fat and really nutritional value. I'm just eating processed protein bars. I'm not really getting protein from real foods and things like that. So I gave these diets a try. I started fixing my lifestyle. I started trying to get more sun in the morning. I can't get Vegas in after sun here in Vegas in the afternoon because I will get cooked alive. It's 100 and something degrees. So I tried to get sun when it's sunrise or it's sunset. And I try to go out for walks in the morning and get my metabolism going for the morning. Um, I try to keep. I don't eat 1 pound per body weight like a lot of people do with protein. I kind of just get my protein from real foods. I don't track calories or anything like that. I don't stress about any of that stuff. It's very laid back. I live a very stress-free life while building muscle, while not stressing about counting a calorie, and I enjoy the foods I eat because I eat a lot of ruminant animals, like a lot of meat, a lot of bone marrow, liver. I enjoy these foods because I feel amazing after. For example, if you eat something in the street, fast food, you know it yourself. You feel a little sluggish after. You don't even want to go back to work or whatever you're doing. You don't feel as productive because that slop just slows you down. As whereas if you eat something healthy, maybe liver, bone marrow, it could be anything, clean hard carbohydrate. Just eat something whole foods and you will feel better. The difference is there. So this video was just so you can kind of relate to what I'm relating to and what I went through because I think being relatable is the best thing when it comes to this fitness industry. You want to be as relatable with your people. And I know a lot of people relate to my journey of just so many brick walls you run into with a diet, and you just don't know what to do to take it to the next level. And sometimes you're just not aware of what you're eating or how you were taught, maybe, that's just how it is. It's the game of this world. But I'm here to try to put some awareness out, and I hope you guys see this video and get inspired and go out and try to fix your lifestyle, start eating more clean, become the best version of yourself, especially with these upcoming years in this modern world. It's only going to get worse, so the best thing you can do is just give yourself the best gift, and that's to get in shape. My name is Orlando. I forgot to introduce myself in the beginning of the video, but I also have coaching one-on-one calls. We can book a call if you are very interested in working with me one-on-one. And if you want to take that fitness to the next level and you need someone to push you and give you the right foods to fill your workouts out, to have the best mood, best hormones, just send me a DM and we can work something out. But that is the end of the video, and I hope you guys learned something new today or at least got some type of awareness of what's going on.